Have you ever heard that we only use 10% of our brains? It's a popular notion, isn't it? Just imagine, if we could unlock the remaining 90%, we could become superhumans, right? Well, hold on to your neurons because we're about to debunk this myth. This idea that we're only using a fraction of our brain potential is as fascinating as it is misleading. The truth? Every part of our brain has a purpose, and we use far more than just 10%. So, how did such a widespread myth take hold? It's a tale of misunderstood science, oversimplified explanations, and a dash of popular culture thrown into the mix. We're going to delve into the origins of this myth, explore the realities of brain usage, and even venture into the realm of brain potential. So where did this 10% myth begin? Let's take a leap back in time. The 10% myth can be traced back to the early 1900s. This was a time when neuroscience was in its infancy, and scientists were just beginning to map out the human brain. Among them was William James, a prominent psychologist and philosopher, who suggested in his writings that humans only meet a fraction of their mental potential. However, his statement was not based on empirical research, but more of a philosophical musing. Over time, this notion was misinterpreted and morphed into the claim that we only use 10% of our brains. In the absence of sophisticated tools and technologies to study the brain, this claim went unchallenged and eventually took root in the public consciousness. Its simplicity and the allure of untapped potential made it a compelling narrative that has persisted for over a century. So, if it's not 10%, how much of our brain do we actually use? Neuroscience has come a long way since the early 1900s. Our understanding of the brain has evolved dramatically, and with it, the debunking of the 10% brain usage myth. Modern neuroimaging techniques like fMRI and PET scans have shown that we use virtually every part of our brain throughout the day. Yes, even while we sleep. Different areas of the brain are constantly firing and communicating, whether we're solving a complex math problem or simply daydreaming. And it's not just about the percentage of the brain we use, but how we use it. Our brains function in a beautifully coordinated symphony of neural networks, with each section playing a unique role in processing information and shaping our experiences. And here's a fun fact. Even the simplest tasks engage multiple brain regions simultaneously. So we're not just using more than 10%, we're orchestrating an intricate neural ballet. With this in mind, can we unlock even more of our brain's potential? The human brain is a marvel of plasticity and potential. Now, we're not talking about the kind of plastic you find in a soda bottle, but rather the brain's incredible ability to change and adapt over time. This means with the right stimuli and experiences, we can literally reshape the way our brain works. Isn't that amazing? So if we're not confined to using just 10% of our brain, what does that mean for our cognitive abilities? Well, it means that there's a whole world of untapped potential just waiting to be explored. We can learn new languages, master complex skills, and even recover from neurological injuries, all thanks to our brain's remarkable adaptability. Of course, this doesn't mean we can suddenly develop superhuman abilities or telekinetic powers, but it does mean that with effort and dedication, we can continually grow and expand our mental capacities, while we grapple with these scientific realities. Popular culture continues to perpetuate the 10% myth. Movies and media have a knack for keeping myths alive. This 10% brain myth is no exception, persistently propagated by popular culture. From blockbuster films to catchy headlines, the notion that we utilize a mere fraction of our brain's potential is a compelling narrative, isn't it? It's intriguing, it's dramatic, but it's also misleading. As we separate fact from fiction, we look forward to a future of exciting discoveries in neuroscience. Understanding our brain's capabilities is a journey into the unknown. As we venture forth, we can only imagine the breakthroughs awaiting us. Future studies may uncover how to unlock hidden cognitive abilities or accelerate learning. We might even discover how to tap into dormant sections of our brains, expanding our mental horizons like never before. The possibilities seem as limitless as the brain's intricate web of neurons. Indeed, as we demystify the brain's capabilities, we realize it's a marvel of complexity and potential.